Hi, welcome back to the farm. Today I'm going to show you a valve on this Farmall H that not a lot of people know about. This is a selective control valve. It has a valve on this side and a valve on the opposite side, and you can either go one side or the other, or both at the same time. And this is used for cultivators to raise one side and then the other side independently. And it goes down to the pump lever. It also has a shut-off valve built into it, because this is where the hydraulic fluid comes in. You can shut it off so that you don't get any flow to these two valves. As you can see, there's the in port and then the outs to each of your cylinders or to a rear cylinder. And this comes from the other side over there on the belly pump. Now this Farmall H we picked up from a guy, and it was sitting out in his behind the barn. And there's a tree growing up through the drawbar in the back, and it didn't have any spark plugs in it at all. Wide open, and the hand crank was stuck in against the front of the pulley and wouldn't allow it to turn at all, and it didn't have a starter in it. When we got it, we put some blaster down through the cylinders, and it broke loose fairly easy through there with a pry bar against the teeth on the flywheel, and with a crank on the front. After we got that loose with a little heat and penetrating spray, and it runs pretty good. Now this has a McCormick 33 loader on it, and somebody extended it out from where it's supposed to be about a foot. Now this is the 33 loader. They have a 33A loader that has a hydraulic cylinder here for the bucket. Now this is a McCormick 31 loader, power loader. And the only difference between number 30 power loader and a 31 is the square back on the bucket. The number 30s have more of a curve, and they have the rods in it instead of a flat plate like that. And we have the tine cover to make it into a dirt bucket on both of these loaders. Now this is a spring return on it, because that's so heavy it wants to stay tripped, and this spring helps it come back and lock in. And on the number 30 and the 31 loaders, because you don't have a lot of hydraulic fluid in the pump. They use the other side of the cylinder as your reservoir. That's why they have the lines here hooked back in, going right into the top of the belly pump to return, so you can get all the lift you can out of the cylinders. So that takes a lot of oil. Fill that all up, and there's just not enough volume in the center belly pump, unlike this one over here. It only has the bottom one. But you still keep filling it up and it'll go up higher. And these loaders were more of the era of the 300s and the 350s and the 400s, 450. A little bit after the H's and the M's, but they still fit on just fine. You see that somebody re-welded this up a little bit higher here. Some new plates. It's supposed to be down about here originally. Another thing this tractor has on it that's a little different is the aftermarket Speedco wide front end. They were available aftermarket for a lot of different tractors, and this one has it. Pretty heavy duty built. A lot of adjustments when you widen the axle out. And they take the steel rims, which are more common than the clamp-on type rims that are found on Farmall H's. And this is a factory international wide front end for the H's and the M's. As you can see, it's really quite beefy looking. And a little bit different setup. This has this mounts up here and sticks out forward in front of the tractor, so you can put your cultivators and they'll miss the wheels. They do make an adapter plate that moves this whole thing back, gives you a shorter turning radius. And you see these wide front ends take the original hubs off the narrow front end. You just swap them over. I don't know if you can put the steel rims on here, the hubs for those, or not. These are the original clamp-on rims. Well, I thought I'd just show off something not many people know about, an accessory option for these Farmall H's, M's. Well, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.